Hey guys, Bic Mitchum here, and today we are going to talk about DICE's response today to the Battle Point glitch. So we're going to talk about three things. We're going to do a reaction to what Ben Walke posted on Twitter today. We're going to go through the positives and the opportunities. We're going to answer the question, should people be banned for using this glitch? And then we're also going to, we've had a few people questioning why we made a video about this glitch, so I think people got the wrong idea about it, so we're going to clear that up, and it might surprise some people. So at the end of the video, we're going to talk about why we actually made a video showing people how to do the glitch. So first, to kind of talk about Ben Walke's response on Twitter today. So I've got mixed feelings. For one, like, the good is that if this was early 2018, there's like no way it'd be handled like this.
No, it would have been, well, if it was even addressed at all, would be amazing.
Yeah, I think we're going to probably address the DC-15LE glitch a few times here, but when that happened, I think we went about a month before a fix was given, and there was no communication at all. There's very little about it. This is 3 days after the exploit was kind of blew up, and we've got something already, so I got to give DICE kudos for that, because
You have to give DICE credit where credit's due. I was pretty happy with the response. I'm happy to. I think that they made the right decision by shutting off spawn points. I'm not a developer, but that seemed to me like the easiest fix and the best way to address it. It was just a matter of how quickly they would get it out there.
Right, and looking at the past, it seemed like it took them a long time. There's also, I thought it was really good that they gave us an in-depth reason of why it couldn't be done absolutely immediately, along with the timeline of when it would get done. I thought that was really good. On the other side of the coin, one of the things that just kind of drives me is that this is kind of a glitch that's being exploited on getting squad battle points. Like, do we need to get a bonus for squatting in on somebody? What is the benefit of having that?
I think it's a good benefit to have because, well, think of it this way. If you're a player who's consistently, holding the line and playing the objective and people are spawning on you, I think that you should be recorded for that, rather. But that being said, per respawn seems kind of strange to me because it values a respawn the same as a death, and as we all know, you get 100 battle points for dying in this game.
Yeah, like, honestly, if someone was inclined, they could search for a way to exploit the battle points for dying, which I think we talked about earlier in the year as being kind of ludicrous, that even a death awards you points. Like, you can just picture it right now. If someone were to find the right exploit, that it would trigger a death, that they would get 100 battle points for it. Like, you could see someone exploiting a glitch like that. So do you think they handled this better than the Palpatine situation?
Yes, but I wonder, Teen, why can't you just turn off the battle points? Now, again, I'm not a developer, I have no idea, but it just seems like Palpatine was their problem, and they sort of took a play out of that book again with this, which I think was the right play, as I said earlier. But if you can shut off Palpatine, what are the risks of taking away the battle points?
The last thing I kind of noted from what Ben said was that the update is final and no more changes can be made. I'm just curious where the line is on that, and what exactly, like, is, like, when can he put in a hard stop? Now, this update here, I see they've come up with a fix where they can just eliminate the points and then they can fix the problem later. But, like, what if, like, we talked about it off stream, like, there's some pretty terrible things that could suddenly be put in there by mistake. If they discovered it when it's too late, like, where can they pull the plug?
I think that the difference between this and something like that, though, is the risk associated with implementing a fix, based on what I read. So they don't want to risk creating a bigger issue by quickly putting a fix in and having something worse come from it. So I think I see where they're coming from on that point.
I see where they're coming
Wonder,
from too, but like what it like when they say this update's final, and then they discover that, oh shoot, the update that we put out is gonna kill Grievous. Like what? Like can they stop that? Like
I don't know. It's a good
like that's
question.
kind of a. Anyways, I don't think we need to yammer on too much about that. So, the next item of business is to answer the question: should people be banned for this? And I think we're
I
both on the
think,
same page.
yeah, I think people are pretty trigger happy to start banning people, but I think that potentially you could be a victim, as you were when you were streaming the other day, um, a victim of somebody else on you, and you're going to end the game with a lot of points, and you didn't necessarily do anything wrong. So I don't think it's fair to ban people for it. And
I think if it was the case, then Star Wars Battlefront updates would be the target of something like that, where he would get banned because people would be doing that spawn thing on him. It'd be a stream sniping situation where they do it on him to the point where he'd get automatically banned. I think that there's a risk of that if you're gonna drop the ban hammer like that.
the other question is, how do you ban somebody? I don't think Battlefront has a way to report people anyway.
Well, honestly, the again to bring up the DC 15 LE glitch
Right.
is people were spamming the hell out of that glitch, and here was an exploit in the game that was a mistake by the development team that didn't get noticed, and should people have been banned for using that?
Yeah, I don't think people should be banned for it. Obviously, people shouldn't be putting out tutorials and promoting people to do it, and we would never promote that. Somebody go out and try it on their own, but also don't think that you can start banning people for. It's not like they're really hacking into the game.
Kind of makes me wonder why they didn't turn that glitch. Like, if they could turn the battle points off, why not just make that weapon inaccessible for a month? Like, I feel like they could have put some sort of even if it was complicated, to put some sort of a threshold on it that you need, like, to be
I
level.
think that's a good point. You're gonna go back and ban all of the people who were abusing that glitch as well, because there were a lot of them, and that glitch was around for a lot longer than this one is going to be.
Yeah. So to answer the question, no, people should not be banned for this. Finally, we kind of want to talk about why we made the video in the first place. So we've been getting a lot of hate about making a video about the glitch. Now, you had mentioned earlier that why would someone make a tutorial, and the first thing someone's already put in the comments before they even got to this section was, well, you guys made a tutorial about how to do this. So maybe you can take it away on that one of why what we did is not a tutorial and what the intention of it was.
Yeah, we weren't. It wasn't a tutorial. Anybody could have went back on the stream and saw how it was done, just from watching the stream that had happened. People had requested that we clip it and put it up, so we did, and we figured that we would want to start a conversation around it, see the community did react, because it's easy to throw a lot of the issues to the wayside when you're complaining about Battlefront 2. But you can complain about there not being skins or characters needing a buff and stuff, but there are some serious issues with the game that need to be addressed, and I'm glad that we could put it out there and that it was start a conversation about it, and that it was addressed.
Honestly, I thought it would be best to put that out so that at that time I did not know if DICE was or wasn't aware of it. So bringing that awareness, you want the community to buzz about it, because otherwise, if barely anyone did buzz about it, then it would just continue. So like, you got to make a big deal of something, get something done. That's what we did.
This is
And
an issue. This is an example of an issue, and that can't really be overlooked. And I mean, sure, we could have posted on the Twitter, like that's a common criticism that I've sort of seen. We could have tweeted, but I don't feel like we would have got the same response if we had done that. And um, I stand by our decision to play out the video. It would have happened anyway. We just happened to catch on to the trend. Anyone else, I guess.
Perfect. I think that's everything we wanted to touch on today. So thanks, guys, for checking things out. Appreciate it.
I know.
Bye now.